Right, in some other news, a baby food company dedicated to helping children eat healthy from the start is looking to expand after securing $11 million in a Series A round. Tiny Organics raising the new funds as its business has grown 500% year over year. Joining me now is Betsy Fore and Sofia Laurell, co-founders and co-CEOs of Tiny Organics. It's great to have both of you with me. I love everything that this company stands for. Betsy, I want to start with you and talk to me about how your company is unique in the baby food space.
So great to be here, definitely. Tiny Organics was founded to introduce your baby and toddler to their first 100 flavors in the first 2 years of life so that they could be more adventurous eaters. So we're developing Tiny around a deep belief that we could shape the palates of a generation to prefer savory as opposed to sugary forward first foods, which historically, if you look at the American baby food diet since the 1920s, it has been mainly fruit-based purees, which then sets a child up to essentially be on a sugar roller coaster as they're growing and not able to really fall in love with vegetables, and which is our whole premise. So we actually deliver real, whole, fresh, but frozen, straight to the door first foods for babies and toddlers.
Look, I think the veggie puree, we could all use some of that as adults these days as well. Sofia, I want to bring you in as well. Look, Michelle Obama, it's my understanding, a backer of this, which is huge. I know that this was a huge push for her when she was in the White House as well, one of her 4 key initiatives, and I believe the first of her 4 key initiatives. Talk to me about the partnership and the advice, the mentorship that Michelle Obama might be bringing to this company.
Oh, absolutely. I think I had said to Betsy that I can retire now after she, joined the movement. Really, in the White House, she had the Let's Move initiative, a partnership for a healthier America is really part of that as well. It really is a game changer for our business. Who's better to be backing, this really important work that we do around introducing vegetables. The Tiny mission is really to shape the palates of a generation to prefer and love vegetables from the earliest days, like Betsy was saying, and yeah, we're just thrilled to have her involvement. And then maybe Betsy, you could talk a little bit about the veggie icon as well.
Yeah, we were founding partners in her Shaping Early Palates initiative, and Tiny Organics was actually so thrilled to get to design the icon for the initiative, which will be a new industry standard for baby food across the board. We already have a dozen partners signed up to carry this broccoli icon, which is essentially Michelle's stamp of approval that this is a veggie forward product. So what that means is over half of the ingredients are vegetables, and there's no more than 5 to 7 grams of natural sugars in your products, which almost all of ours qualify and have carried the icon now, the first to do so. So we're thrilled.
It's amazing to me that French fries, I'm reading from our producer, Amanda, the #1 vegetable consumed by toddlers. Right? Technically, it's still a vegetable, but it's still fried food. Talk to me about the move into the plant-based sphere here. I know that it's important, veggies so important, but how do you explain it to those people who say, well, maybe my child, my infant is missing out on something that's a little bit higher in protein? I mean, I don't have a child myself, so I don't know when the right time to introduce that sort of food is, but just talk to me about that and how you would respond to someone who might come back with that.
Absolutely. So when we look at the market, the childhood landscape under the age of 5 years old has a massive vegetable intake deficit. As you just mentioned, only 10% of children getting the recommended amount of vegetables, with majority of that being French fries. And so for Tiny, we knew that protein is actually not an issue for children. So a lot of times the way our meals are eaten, because they're not purees, they're real whole foods, they lean into baby-led weaning, where a child could learn to feed themselves from the very beginning and get that taste for vegetables. And then an older toddler, or even Sofia and I and our investors actually eat the foods ourselves, because again, they're not purees, they're real whole foods. So each cup is an entire serving of vegetables for a baby or toddler. And it's beautiful recipes like Valencian paella, coconut curry, ratatouille, introducing children to different cultures through food, right? And what better way? So for us, we really believe we're meeting a deep need in the market for a healthy side or a snack, or for those first foods, babies getting exposed to vegetables from the very first bites.
All right, ladies, I wish we had more time. You're going to have to join us again. I'm hungry already. This looks like a good adult snack, just about 2 o'clock in the afternoon as well. Betsy, Fore, and Sofia Laurell, co-founders and co-CEOs of Tiny Organics. Ladies, thanks again.